Hey guys, what is going on? This Zip of RageQuitTV, and yes, the overlay is in. And I'm a spec, I can't be a thing, and Dde is asking if it's good to go. Rodoc kinda didn't want me in, it looked like, and it says he had a caster, but... I'm not sure if we're going to keep going with this game, but hey, I'm going to be casting it anyways. This is a TVT on Xel'Naga Caverns, and I know you may not like TVT, but Xel'Naga Caverns I think is a very good map for TVT. You normally don't see too much of a mass tank playing style just because it is this map. There are so many avenues around. You can't really just get tanks in one area and not be vulnerable to a runaround, like Metalopolis or some other maps. You can just put tanks in one area and be safe. This map, no, you can't do that. And we'll see what Rodoc decides to do and what Dde decides to do. Both players getting a supply depot at 10 because that's the thing to do as a Terran player. But let's go back to what I said. Say you have the gold base. You want to tank up right here. Well, there's this one path that goes back here into your natural. Then you could also go around this way. And even if they contain your base right here, you can always send Hellions back through the back. So there's so many avenues of attack. This is just a ridiculous map for TVT. And it just discourages that static playstyle you're so used to seeing. Maybe I'm wrong by that. We'll see. But I don't believe, knowing these players, that we will see mass tank on tank action. So I decided, hey, let's cast this. Because bio play is so fun to cast with TVT. And so is Hellion play. And we'll see. SCV coming in to scout to see exactly what Rodoc is up to. Gonna see the gas and barracks. Dde's barracks is coming up and the Marine is being produced. So the SCV is just gonna hightail it out of there. Both players just very standard. And that SCV looks like he was doing a little bit of harassment. You could see this one in the yellow. So yeah, he is just trying to do whatever he can. And caused a panic in Rodoc's middle line, but not any real damage done. Rodoc's actually got a late orbital command. Maybe that is due to that. Oh man, Dde's orbital command is done. And has generated about 10 energy by the time this one gets finished. So there was some damage done by that one SCV coming in this middle line and poking, delaying this orbital command. And the second gas going up very fast for Rodoc. It looks like he is gearing up to do Cloaked Banshee play. That would be my guess. It could be a fast tank, a fast Blue Flame Hellion. But because it's Xel'Naga Caverns, I'm going to say Cloaked Banshees. And Dde is going for a very fast expansion. One Rax expand, now getting his factory. This play is very vulnerable to Cloaked Banshees because, well, he's got to defend this mineral line and his main mineral line. And the Banshee, you can see the avenue, straight line. His Marines have to go all the way up and around. By the time they do that, the Banshee can just switch bases. It is a very difficult thing to hold off, especially when you don't go straight for 2 racks to get a lot of Marines out. The factory is done, now the starport, and he's going to get a Hellion out, then a Tech Lab. Maybe he's not getting a Hellion. And no, he's just going to go straight for the Tech Lab. You can build a Hellion and a Tech Lab in the same amount of time it takes to build a starport. So that's why you normally see the Hellion come out, the Terran player do a little bit of a push with these Marines in the one Hellion, because hey, 5 Marines plus a Hellion can do a lot of damage to 3 Marines, and these are the units that stop the Banshee. Starport is going up for Dde. It looks like Dde may be doing the same thing, except with an expansion. And will he get a scan off? He hasn't scanned just yet. Now the Banshee is going to be coming out from Rodoc. And Dde with a scouting SCV just going to go around. You have the bunker up here. The SCV sees this. He's going to probably know that it's Cloaked Banshees. Just because, hey, where's all your gas going, man? It's not going to be Hellion play because... oh, scan does go down. Let's see. Dde. Oh, that's just on the edge of vision. And he is going to be getting a Viking out first. He knows Cloaked Banshee is on the way. He got an expansion up, so he should be at a huge advantage. He's even 4 workers ahead, getting that engineering bay. So he won't waste the cloak and keep... well, both players used a scan, but Dde used a scan when he had 2 orbital commands, so he didn't really use a scan that Rodoc would have had. So Dde's up by an entire mule. Rodoc throwing down the eBay because he saw this. And Dde, what is he going to do? Is he going to get a Raven out, or is he going to go for Banshees? the Raven is coming out. So yeah, DD not going to be doing Banshee play because he knows his opponent is doing that. Banshee is coming in, but it won't really get that much damage done. Missile Turret is going up, and DD even knows what side the Banshee is coming on because if you look, the starport's right here. Again, back to what I was saying last game, you're not going to send, well, he's got the Viking right here. But he should be positioning it down here because you're not going to send the Banshee all the way over here, going on the edge, and then go down. It's just not going to happen. So if you see the starport at this edge, chances are it's going to be at this position of your base, which may be why the missile turret is on that side of the econ line. One SCV does go down. The missile turret shoots the Banshee. Banshee does cloak, but hey, there's a Raven and a Viking. And that Banshee goes down instantly. No damage done there. There's another Banshee coming out. We have the expansion just now being built from Rodoc. But keep in mind, this auto command's been done forever, gaining, I think, 100... I think that used one scan of a mule, so he is like 130 energy ahead already. He's going to be even more ahead with that command center timing. This one Banshee going to try to do damage, but I don't believe it can. Even that tank does get repaired, so anything that Banshee did was negated. He killed one SCV. That's not cost effective. And now this Banshee is going to get a head start by killing a Marine. Bunker is going up for DDE. The expansion did just now land. The worker count though, 32 to 27. It's pretty big when you're ahead in workers. In TVT, I'd say it's not as big as the other mirror matchups because in like PvP and ZVZ, you can't really defend with less units than your opponent has. In TVT, positioning is so big, you can actually defend an army that is about a quarter the size larger than yours, just if you have better positioning. Blue Flames is on the way for DDE. And that Banshee is cloaking. The one Marine does see it thanks to this Raven. And that Banshee looks like it will be going down. One more hit, and there it goes. And a supply depot being built way back here just to give him vision in case anything funky comes into DDE's natural. He should know ahead of time, and now DD is moving out. He killed two Banshees, so he's like, okay, well, I should have a lot more than you. You got two Banshees down that did nothing, plus you spend that money on Cloak. So DD's army size naturally is just going to be a lot bigger. Scan goes down, he sees two tanks and a handful of Marines versus his two tanks, and DD gets the first tank hit, and one tank goes down before anything happens. Auto turret is being placed, and DD hasn't really lost anything. 4 units lost, and 2 of those were SCVs. So there's only been 2 Marine casualties, and he lost 1 Marine in this engagement because that 1 Marine down here died to the Banshee. Maybe another one did. But yeah, DDE taking very minimal losses, making Rodoc look silly. And uh-oh, that Viking got first shot, but there's 2 Vikings for DDE. And that Viking is going to go down. Another huge win, and DDE has a mule just repairing units, and the tank siege on the high ground. And DDE's losses for units is about to be coming. He may lose some units, actually. Wait, yeah, 1 tank goes down. And now DDE is in the main, going to this loss tab, 8 units. So, DDE does take that very convincingly after stopping that Banshee play.